Well, the the title of the video down below there says it all. This is a bizarre presentation. I guess that Mr. Dalt, DD, was having fun doing it, and maybe his fans absolutely love it. But all I see here is a guy who frequently punishes himself at the blackjack tables, has found a way to punish himself twice. Because he's got this whole thing here where if he loses, he has to do push-ups and burpees. I always thought burpee was some sort of a seed packet or something like that. But anyway, he has to do burpees and push-ups and jump-ups and twiddles and farts and God knows what if he loses. And the extraordinary thing about this session, and there will be an analysis following, is that it really wasn't that tough. For the first 21 hands, he was plus 16 to minus 8. At the end of the second 21, he was plus 23 to minus 21. And then things went tits up somewhat. At the end of the third tranche or sequence of 21, so that's for a total of 63 hands, he was at plus 30 and minus 32. And then in the last half dozen hands, the wheels came off completely and he lost his 1,000. But what you're looking at here is a perfect example of really, really bad play. With, of course, the qualification that it's his money, he can do what the hell he wants with it. The problem I have is that when things like this are put up on a gambling channel, which is viewed by, well, he's got 210,000 subscribers currently, and apparently there were 24,000 views of this so far. It is teaching very bad, very stupid, very self-destructive gambling habits. The way that DD plays, he desperately needs to win more bets than he loses in order to get ahead, because he bets a very narrow spread and he is not in any way kind of like reading his loss to date and thinking, okay, well, I need to bet so-and-so to get out of this situation. Any of those things, he's just sort of basically throwing it out there. Very narrow. He didn't bet more than two. He had 100 to 200. That was it. And a spread like that cannot possibly succeed. And in the end, the total situation was with his multi-hand bets or his double bets, the two-hand bets, plus 34 to minus 39. So that's minus 5 over 73, which is high. It's about 8% in the house's favour. But he could have got over that many times during the course of this. And then, of course, at the end of it, he did what he always does and what most of these guys do, and that is he walked away a loser. And the whole point of what I'm trying to teach, what I'm trying to explain, what I'm trying to recommend to serious players at these table games is that you must have a bankroll that enables you to achieve turnaround as often as you need to achieve turnaround in order to keep on staying ahead of the house. And you're doing it in what I like to call skirmishes, which is little bursts. You know, you get your win target, you win, you achieve your win target, you fall back to a minimum bet. So anyway, sorry, I'm starting to get throat build up here, so I'm just going to start the recorder and go away. And I will take out all the body workout things, which is going to be a real pain in the arse, but not as big a pain in the arse as it would be for you to have to watch all this shit.
$1,000 money. We need $1,000. Okay. Stop, we blackjack. already out of breath. I'm good. Alright, let's go. Lock it. Let's go. Stay. Yes. I'm gonna have everybody get trained. I think that's how you do it. Get the reward. Oh shit. Small. Oh my god, you don't actually die. Is your heart supposed to be beating on your chest? Is that normal?
Oh no.
10. Yes. Yes, come on. Feel alive. Thank you. Thank you. No, no, no. Take position. Take position. Alright, take your chest back. Oh my god. It's not good. Oh no, do not legs. Lock in. Lock in. This is such a big answer. Mentally, physically, emotionally. Oh my god, come on. Go take that. No time to count presses if you want. Let's go. Might be there for this. No choice. Hold it down. No way. Here's my head. Stop stalling, let's go! Good. So lock it. You're right there. Being one ready. Oh, what's the Bang. Wow. We're at 1,700. 3 on 4. Ah! Must win. Dude, I gotta lose that hand. So on to the next hand, focus, lock it. So back. Look, I'm at 1,400. I'm this. Good. 1,900. I see with one hand. Let's go. Same share. Winner. No! Come on, lock it. Get up, eyes up, let's go. Good, watch it. Okay. Little loss. What is lock? Come on. No. Yes. Come here. Back. Come on. Let's go. All right. Mind, body, soul. Let's go. All right, let's go. Just time to press. Go ahead. Push. 7 minutes. 7 minutes. All right. Keep down. Solid. Brace yourself, project. Stars out, mate. 2 stars coming. 10. Oh, dude, you're so close. Back. Oh, man, wait. Back. What's in the middle? What's that? You don't need no suits. You need to lock it in your hands. Alright, let's go trade tornado. We're there. We're 100 away. We were. Focus on the future. Let's go. Lost. Come on. Back. There's no chance in this. 7. I'll leave the rest. Alright. Oh. Yeah, that's how I want. See you on that, please. Thank you. Thanks. It's okay. Just got 6 underneath. Alright. We got an 8. 8 coming. ESPN 8. Alright, ESPN 6. It's okay. We're up 100. So, 100 right here. Flip. Yes. One. Wonder what happened. Get on the break. Seven. Yes. Go pass. 400. Let's go. Pass. Don't be scared. 400. Don't do 200 next. There's no breaks. You gotta lock in. Back. Okay. Pause. Better when everything pulls up. All about. Split it. I don't know if you want. You got it. Right. You get extra one of the blackjack. Go to the creek. I'm sorry. All right. I didn't mean to pretend you thinking. Nine. Yes. Okay. Check it one more time. You have to split that. No. I'll give you an extended rest. Refill one. You're not even resting that. Was it water for him? So for that. Alright, let's go. Stay. Stay. Right. You can't. You don't need to fuck you. It's not possible. Shit! Alright. Okay. Good, great. Okay, 5 rooms. Okay. Yes, yes, yes! It's better. 6! $4 Shit. That's it, lock it. Alright, roll it. Roll it. Come on. Feel this. Face out. Shit, it's fine. Oh, shit, it's fine. You know that? Oh, it's the only one. That's all you did. Shit. Shit. Okay. Hit it again. See, it's from the hand. Just lock it with the hand. Okay. See, I have one hand. It's fine. Ball. Trip. On the ground. What's that? What was that? Fiber? Better wait for that. So for you, right? What's all that? You didn't pick. That was a bunch. I already got in here. But I don't want to do much. I want you to leave. I was supposed to do something.
So I got to say, this latest degenerate dolt, DD as I prefer to call him, excursion, excuse me, so sorry. His latest session at the Seminole, what's it called? Cottonwoods, Cocoa Puffs, whatever. They must be a great bunch of people to let him do what he did in this video, because, I mean, talk about performance art or whatever. As I say in the title here, he's managed to find another way to cause himself pain and stress, which is to lose at the blackjack table, and every time he loses a hand to punish himself with exercise. And I'm not saying that exercise is a bad thing, but I really don't think that working out and blackjack go together simultaneously. It's just, I don't know. But anyway, I guess he's doing his best to give us something a little bit different. It was a waste of time in many ways, but certainly not for me. So I thank him for the outcomes, for the info, because it was a classic case of somebody betting a narrow spread and giving themselves no chance of making any serious profit. The algorithm result here, you can see is over 7,500 ahead. Had to go to 4,000, which is a whole lot higher than DD went. But we have to try and keep these things in perspective. If you accept betting conditions under which you are forced to accept a narrow spread, you should simply fight off the shackles as soon as you get to the table limit. And I don't know what the table limit might have been here, but as soon as you get to that table limit, you just get out of there and go and find optimal conditions so that you can then continue until you achieve your win target, and then you can fall back to your minimum bet. But all these guys in the circus, in the gambling circus on YouTube, are it's as if they're committed to losing. It is the most extraordinary thing. The more that I watch them, the more baffled I become, because it really does seem to be that they're all working to a script which says, yeah, you can promote gambling, you can promote us, you can make a big fuss about this casino and that casino and how brilliant this casino boss is, floor manager, whatever the hell they call themselves, general manager. But don't you dare start in any way promoting systematic betting, because we'll have you out on your ear before you know what's hit you. So anyway, just talking about this particular session, the red line here, the flat actual value AV shows boom, 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 boom. In the very beginning, it went very well for DD, and he almost doubled his starting buy-in, his starting bankroll, which was $1,000. And then the wheels came off. Boom, boom, boom. Then a bit of a reprieve, and then sayonara. And this is it at the end here. And the reason that I put up all these charts and information is that I'm trying to help people who care, people who want to improve their play, to better understand what they're up against, so that they don't respond emotionally, stupidly, viscerally, seat of the pantsly, gut feelingsly, to whatever comes down the pike at them. They would just know that this is an abnormal pattern they've just encountered, which will, I mean, it's, when I say abnormal, it happens all the time, but it is not what happens all the time. So that, you will always get a break. I mean, look at this here. You got sort of like, uh-oh, which is not a very big uh-oh because it's only 3 in a row. But then you get this little burst of normal kind of to and fro. And then you come to the very end here, and this is what wiped the lad out this time, right there, because he had just single wins, which are fine for the algorithm, fine for pattern betting, fine for me, but not for somebody who is not betting strategically. And so that's why DD got himself into, well, DD also stands for deep doodoo. And so DD earned his initials today. Let's have a look at how it went for him. Down below here, we see that when he got his natural inside the first 21 rounds, and 21 ends right here, he managed to get to 1900. So he almost doubled his 1,000, which is up here. And then, because he was betting flat, and because he was betting the way the casinos love people to bet, he blew it, and he ended up in DD, deep doo-doo. He lost 1,000. Algae won 7,663. Algae's action was more than double his, almost 3 times his, but Algae's win over action was 27%. Meanwhile, DD's deep doo-doo action was a win over action, was a loss over action, sorry, of 10%. His exposure, why aren't we seeing any exposure? Oh, okay, yeah, this needs to be reset so that it'll say not applicable. My bad, sorry about that, but I'm not going to stop this video just for that. What are we doing? He spread from 100 to 200, big whoop-de-doo. I spread from 25 to 4,000, 1 to 160. And as I say, if I couldn't have done it at this table, if they said no, the minimum here is 100 and the maximum is 500 or 1,000 or whatever the hell it is at that table, then I would simply say thank you very much, lovely to have your company for a little while, and I'm going somewhere else. And that's the way you play these games. You cannot beat them on a narrow spread and a chicken shit bankroll. It simply can't be done unless you win more bets then you lose. And, you know, here you got a perfect example, 69 bets. DD didn't manage to win more bets than he lost. So what happened to him? He actually did manage to pull off a slightly higher winning bet value than losing bet, 160 to 143, 12%, but 12% is not enough. I usually say 125. I usually say 125% is that's your ideal. Algae this time made 250%, 248%. So the average winning bet was 2.5 times the average losing bet, which is just perfect. I have this little line in here which takes into account differing action levels here, and so Algae's win, if he had been restricted to matching DD's total action, would have been reduced from 7,663 to 2,670. Still a damn sight better than losing 1,000, right? I did factor in DD's extra bets. I know what I did. I put them in the wrong place. They should have been here, and I put them on the wrong tab. So I will fix that and continue. All right. So it turned out I underestimated myself, blamed myself for a mistake that I didn't actually make. He only had DD only had 2 rounds in which he spread out into an extra hand. Always a bad idea. Alexa, stop. And what happened here was that he got a double down, and then he got a loss for twice as much. So it came out at 0. So it made no difference. Meanwhile, I did manage to fix this little thing up here. It just simply it's just about tidiness, right? You know, trying to make sure that that I do things properly and tidily, because okay, I'm OCD, I'm anal, I'm all of those things. But anyway, disaster for why does this thing keep going ping like that? Shut up. Disaster for poor old DD in deep doodoo, and a good run for pattern betting, and that's no surprise. That's just how it goes. Very little exposure for pattern betting. 241% it shows up here, but that's because it factors in doubles and naturals, and down below it's a little less. It's more loosey-goosey, put it that way. Let me see. It's saying here that the doubles made 10,450 and only lost 4. So, in fact, all of the win for Algae was provided by double downs, which is how it's supposed to be. That's what nature intended, right? You know. But there we are. So interesting, I think. Interesting. Thanks to DD for providing me with some more very useful data, as we say in the UK. Well, we used to, but I think we're so Americanized these days that we say data. So, anyway, thanks for your time and your trouble and your interest, and my condolences, DD. Once again, you did it to yourself, and this time you managed to sweat overly while you were doing it. The casino must be amazing, because I think by the end of that workout you must have hummed a bit. It didn't look to me like you were having a whole lot of fun. But, you know, let me just give you one little piece of advice. Concentrate on the game, learn to play it properly, and work out in the super gym that the casino obviously provides for you free of charge, because they are obviously going overboard to accommodate you. But of course, as soon as you start winning strategically or systematically, you'll be looking for somewhere else to play. There's no doubt about that. They certainly won't let you video. But that's in the future. Make some money, lad, you know, I mean, and then you can get fit in your own time, not ours, okay? Bye-bye.